Hello, my fire signs. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. Of course, my name is Dawn. If you have placements, sun, moon, or rising in the signs of Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, this message will be for you. I am doing our reading a little differently this time. This is more of a spiritual reading than a day-to-day physical reading as to what is coming up for you, as I just completed the February readings. So you can refer to that to get your overall energy coming up. I sat in meditation when I got the idea to do these readings for the elements. And the thing that I want to say about this is the last one that I'm doing, because I've already done the air, earth, and water. So fire is last. And what I am realizing is that the overarching energy, even though I've divided it up into the signs, is kind of an overarching energy for the element itself. So this top card up here represents the card that is the foundation for all three signs. This pile is for Leo, this pile is for Sagittarius, and this pile is for Aries. And what I'm recognizing and realizing now that I'm on this last round of readings is that there's a lot of crossover. So I hope you'll listen to the whole message, but I will put down in the description box where exactly each sign starts, okay? At the very end of your reading, I plan to pull a single card from the Indigo Goddess deck. And that message is meant to be a message that will either tie up your reading, or it's additional information from Spirit that Spirit wants you to think about and to contemplate, okay? So the basis of this reading is all about, let's see, the question that I'm asking is, what are you struggling with on your spiritual path at this time? Okay, so there's going to be multiple messages coming through. Some will resonate, some will not, but something here will give you some clarity. So I hope that you will stay to the end of the reading and watch it all. So without any further ado, I'm going to take myself off camera so we can pay attention to the cards. And then at the end, when I'm going to pull this last card to tie up your reading, I'll put myself back on screen. Okay, so here we go. So just to talk a little bit about the fire energy. So fire energy is it's the masculine energy. And this energy is the masculine yang. The intention is about action. So the intention behind fire is action, taking action. The energy of intention and inspired action creates life as spirit works through you. Fire represents enthusiasm, passion, and vigor, as well as inspiration, creativity, motivation, and intuition. And fire does not like to stay still for long. It needs movement. That's why it is a very active energy. It doesn't like to be restrained, and fire heats us and fires us up. Fire is passionate and all-consuming, but fire can consume all in its path. And out of control, fire can be explosive. Fire can also represent burnout, leaving you feeling exhausted and depressed. So some of you may know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and start your reading now with the actual cards. And the first card for all three of you is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, sevens are typically a card of, building confidence and building experiences. And this Seven of Pentacles is representative of physical security, wealth, health, career, possessions, and home. So as an overarching energy, it looks like all of you may be focusing your energy on making money, or putting your energy and time into your physical security. Now, if I were going to look at this energy in terms of a block, I would look at it as there's a level of impatience. Like if you look at him, he's planted these seeds, and yes, things are growing, but he's right now in a state of delay. He has to wait until this matures before he can harvest whatever it is that he's grown here. So it may be, you may be feeling a little bit impatient on your spiritual path, or maybe some of you have given up early because you haven't gotten the results that you've been wanting. So there may be some frustration with that. The other thing is the follow through portion, because when you do start working your spiritual path, it is something that you need to commit to. It is like any other thing that you want to develop. So let's say, you want to develop big muscles. Well, you have to eat right, and you have to go to the gym every day, and you have to, do all those things. So spirituality is not any different. So the message from Spirit is start over if you need to, but keep going, because absolutely you will make progress. And that is exactly what this card is about, is making progress. So now I'm going to start with Leo. And Leo, some of your blocks have to do with the Four of Pentacles. Now, again, this is a money card. So you may be really hanging on to your finances, for one thing, or you may be feeling as though you need to be very protective of those things around you. And you're hanging on very tightly. So as an energy, because she's hanging on to this pocketbook, and she's got it, pretty much covering, her lower chakras as well as her heart. This would say to me that you are putting money before your spirituality. But the other thing is, it could be that you are, lacking the mental aptitude right now to actually follow a spiritual practice, because you may be very concerned about your financial situation. You might be placing too much value on money. So you might need to release whatever that is. Or you might be feeling that there's some jealousy from others due to their wealth and their status. Like you're looking around you and you're going, oh, I want to be like whomever this person may represent for you, because they are, wealthy, they're happy, they're, their outward expression seems like something that you would like to have for yourself. And so you're looking at that person's experience outside looking in, right? Outside looking in. And the thing is you absolutely have no idea what's really going on behind that facade. And that's kind of what this energy is kind of representing. So your first clarifying card, is the Empress. Now, she is a Taurus card. She represents the divine feminine energy. She represents abundance. And again, we're talking about abundance, affluence. She is a manifester, a creator. She's very comfortable in her space. But if you look at her, should I be reading this card upside down, as though that's the energy that is your block? She is about emotional overwhelm. She could also be talking about feeling shut down because she really doesn't want to explore that spiritual side of herself at this time for whatever reason. And then the other thing is she's depending on outside sources for her validation. So I would say in this situation that you could tap into more of your abundance and more of your ability to bring in the things that you absolutely want in your life, just by carving out some time and space to make that connection and use that balance energy to balance your physical life with your spiritual life. Oh, and then we have the King of Pentacles. Again, this is another money card. So it seems like money is the big thing here. This King of Pentacles in the upright position, he is, he's created his wealth. He's very physically secure. He has good health. He has a good house and all of this stuff. But if I were going to look at it as a block, meaning read it from its opposite information, he's seeking status of some kind. He can be greedy. So it's really talking about a need to balance your material with your spiritual. And the other thing is just to enjoy your process, enjoy the lessons, enjoy your challenges, enjoy your failures, and enjoy your successes. because that is what really projects you along on your path. Okay, Leo. Doesn't look too bad. There's nothing really major in your way. It just is just a few things really that you could work on, that you could really project yourself forward. It's more strongly on your path. Okay, Sagittarius. So you have the Seven of Pentacles again, which is that impatience energy or frustration. And then you have this Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is all about emotions, and she is also about her intuition. So it could be that you are blocking your intuition, you're shutting down your heart space. It could be that you're afraid of your spiritual abilities. Maybe you're afraid to really tap into your intuition because you don't know what those messages may mean for you. Or it's just that maybe you're just not paying attention to your inner voice at this time. So for me, I would say in order for you to move out of that energy and move more into a forward moving energy is listen to your gut, align with your heart, and then go with that energy to project you forward. Then we have our first card as the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is usually there is a gift here in this cup. This is usually a new direction or a new path. And this also has to do with emotions. So for our Sagittariuses, it feels like there's more emotion involved with the blockages that may be going on. So maybe you feel like your creativity is blocked, or maybe you're missing some signs from spirit. Like maybe spirit's been trying to communicate with you, but you have been ignoring those signals. The other thing that I feel is maybe you're feeling oversensitive, or maybe you're feeling like you're blocking the flow due to wanting to control your process. You can't always do that, right? You just kind of have to allow. But if you put it out there that you would, want to create your experience to be one of grace and love, I feel as though that is the energy that your spirit will bring to you and allow you to experience on your path forward. Your last card has to do with Six of Pentacles. So, okay, once again, money. Now, this card is about generosity of giving and taking. So if I were going to read this in reverse, I would say that there's kind of a stingy energy here, or an energy of maybe overgiving, right? You're overgiving of yourself. Now, I have a few friends that are Sagittarius, and my daughter is a Sag, and I find that a lot of times what Sagittarius will do is they will keep giving until they've completely depleted their own cup, right? So just think about that. Maybe you can make the choice to not always be so helpful or balance that energy out in some way for you. The other thing is maybe the other thing that really happens with Sagittarius as well is they're really good at giving to others. They're not so good at receiving from others. So that could be a block for you as well. So just be willing to accept help, be willing to be gracious. This card is a card of gratitude. This is a very loving card, and it is a card of physical security. So I do feel as though there is that need for some kind of security within your path forward. It could be emotional security, since you do have the Queen and you have the Page here. Those are major cards in terms of the minor arcana. So just keep that in mind and see if that resonates with you and what changes you may possibly be able to make in order to release some of those blocks for you. Okay, Aries. Aries, first card is the King of Pentacles. Okay, you guys. So Leo got the King of Pentacles, and now Aries has the King of Pentacles. There's definitely energy here of really working your physical life path instead of your spiritual life path. But there's no reason why you can't have both. And the thing about the King, of course, is in his upright position, you can see him. He's very comfortable in his skin. He's an older gentleman. He's created his wealth. He has a beautiful home. He's surrounded by knowledge and books, so he's absorbing all this information, right? But if you look at him in the reverse, it would be reverse of all those things. So that would be seeking status. There is a level of greed that is associated with him in the backwards position. I need to balance the material with the spiritual. That's the biggest message with that card. Oh, and then you have the Emperor. Interesting. Now, the Emperor, the Emperor can be very, so normally he is all about, he's about authority, leadership, and he's very focused. So when he's in the opposite position, he's not focused on anything specific. So it could be that you just have your eye off the ball. It could be that you're just so distracted by just making your living that, walking a spiritual path to you just seems out of the realm of potential for you right now. Him in the reverse position is also about feeling defensive or a desire for you to control the process. And it's also about being stubborn. So maybe you've tried a few things that didn't really work out, didn't really resonate. You just haven't found your niche yet, that kind of thing. But I feel as though it's available to you because it feels important that these messages are given so that you can make that progression forward. Now, the other thing I want to bring into your attention is that Leo had the Empress, which is the divine feminine energy, and Aries has the Emperor. These are divine counterparts. These are the highest energies in terms of divine counterparts in tarot. And this energy is about physicality as well, not so much spirituality, because then that would be the High Priestess and the Magician, right? They would be the counterparts. So I just find it interesting that this came up. So as I was saying at the beginning, the overarching energy, this is really balancing your masculine energy and your feminine energy and assessing what energy you need to use at any given moment in order to walk that path. Sometimes you are going to need to be a little bit more vigorous with yourself. And there's other times when you're going to need to nurture yourself. So you need to balance all of those energies and realize where you are at any given time. How do you do that? You go within. You always go within. You quiet your body down and you carve out time every single day to make a commitment, even if it's only 15, 20 minutes a day. I feel as though you'd make great progress. This whole fire. Oh, and look and then you have the Strength card. I love the Strength card. Now the Strength card represents Leo. Isn't that funny? And the Emperor card represents Aries. So Aries, this is your energy right here. Representative in this Emperor card. So the Strength card has to do with, now this person has a lot of inner strength in the upright position, but in the opposite position, it's a card about self-doubt or fear of not doing it right or fear of what other people think, that kind of a thing. So basically what this card is really saying is just be brave. You have all the tools that you need as fire signs to move forward. Embody your light, shine your light in the face of danger or uncertainty. I feel as though you could be making some great progress. I feel like that's what the year 2024 is about, is really stepping into your role in a spiritual way in order to be the best help for yourself, your family, your community, as well as the collective. Okay, so now I'm going to pull myself back on screen. Hello. And I'm going to pull your final card. And this is going to tie everything up. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. If you're new to my channel, I would absolutely love for you to join us. And if you are returning, please click the like button because it really does help the channel. Thank you. Okay, so your card is independent. Go your own way. Oh, and so what does that mean? To me, that means there is no right or wrong when you start your spiritual path. There are a myriad of different ways to get to the same end result. Um, and it's just saying, just be very independent. You don't have to get permission from other people. You don't have to get validation from other people. You just have to go within and find out what resonates with you, what makes you feel good about your path. And it says unique path, self-starter. So you have to be a self-starter. But then it gets into a little bit more of the financial situation, which is funny because that's a lot of the energy that's here as well, as this financial stuff is really kind of holding you back. But it says you can own your own business, you can freelance, and you can be a boss. And it's a kitty. I love kitties. Look at that kitty. Okay, fire signs. I hope you have found some messages here that are helpful to you. I absolutely loved the ability to be able to read for you from this place. I really felt very connected to my higher self for these messages. And in all honesty, there is nothing really here that is blocking you in any major way. It's just one of those things is you have to make the decision that that's the direction you want to go. You have to make the decision that you're going to fit time in to make that connection to your higher self so you can be guided along your journey instead of just willy-nilly being the fool and just allowing things to come to you. That is the way that you can control your situation, is by doing the work. Sit down, give yourself time each and every day, carve it out of your calendar, carve it out. Tell your family this is important to you. Are those people that are close to you? I need 15, 20 minutes, a half hour, whatever it is that you have, and then stick to your program. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. Absolutely love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, take very good care of you.